Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. I want to say thank you guys for the new subscribers. Thank you for great comments. We have a lot of things to do. Took me a while to get the report and going in it, particularly making a message out of here for you guys. But we're going to be experiencing some very tremendous specific times in there. Going back to the source, some of you is gonna go back into the source. But what is the source? Source is the creator, the creations within the universe, and so on. But source is also the power within you that connects you to the source, your internal source. So going back into that internal source is going to lead you to the source. But if you cannot do that, what are you going to do? Very interesting in there is because you're going to be going back to it so you can do a self-healing. What I mean by that is you're going to see in the chart there that at the end for it, as we see these oppositions within a full moon, that is that new beginning in there. But usually the new beginning you have to restart over. You have to do a lot of things of a new kind of like a positions, but that is going to be train you what's going to happen within the 6 months. So very interesting oppositions. They're going to be triggered because the first day of the new moon, it's going to be like, oh, nothing is going to happen, right? Nothing is going to happen. You're going to only see it in the oppositions in there that it's going to be made it with the knot. But actually, what's going to happen is a lot internally. So very particular new moon, very particular. I'm doing it this, but this kind of like a meeting with all those guys together. It's kind of doesn't happen every day. We are talking about in the 10 degree. There's gonna be piled up pretty much both Liliths, Mercury, the moon, and the sun. Just all gonna come together at that 10 degree. And that is going to be connecting to this communications, internal communications to others. Okay, because the trigger is going to be triggered by the relationship, and that healing of the relationship with others is going to be bringing it up. The bad side that it's connecting with the south node. Your previous relationship is going to be triggered, your old past relationship, not the current one, your old relationships is going to come, it's going to trigger this. So your new relationship that you're going to build, it's going to be built without anything connecting to the old relationship. And that is going to be this self-healing and finding your true self. Because maybe in the previous relationship, you had to live with the shadow, or you had to deal with the shadow of other people. You did not know how to act in the point of the true self. Now, with this new moon that is going to come, that is this particular positions that is going to be telling us a lot about it. I want to wish you a good luck with this and I want to say thank you guys again for the support, and let's get going. Let's go seeking it. What's going on in the stars? All right, this is what is going to be the end. We are talking about that the moon is going to be comes in, is going to be trigger Venus. That's going to be happening October 17th. And as that is going to be the end of that in there, you're going to find the divine messages that are going to be triggered by. This is going to be the end of the full moon. But as you see it, the sun is going to be opposing Chiron and the moon at the same time. That is going to be of that day that is going to come. The sun is going to be having a divine energies with Uranus. That's mean the authority is going back into the source. Okay. While the wisdom from the past is going to be staying with Saturn. Your wisdom from the past is going to be telling you not bring it into the future. Okay, so this is what is important you to listen to this report for you. You see at the end, the question is what we are going to be going through. We are going to be going through a lot of stuff, and I'm sending you back in there so you can be able to see these energies more clearly to you. All right. Fifth. All right, here we got a 10 degrees right in here, okay? And at 11 degrees Mercury, bottom, for, and as you see it, it doesn't have pretty much what it's cooking. The only thing it is divine purpose from Saturn that comes in. It says like, look the relationship with others from within yourself. That energy is gonna be strictly it's gonna be squared from Mars, and this is gonna be that energy of the family and the relationship, and the need of you to be having the new is gonna put additional attentions in here, because this all is about this. You to find your true self, you to build your true self, you to be your true self. Currently, as you see it, the wisdom of the feminine and the masculine energies, when that occurs, Venus, Mars, and Saturn, they're going to be in beautiful trines. A lot of emotions and a wisdom within. So, this is going to be building your new relationship with that love. Okay? We're talking about Mars is in Cancer, Venus is at Scorpio, and Saturn is at Pisces. Very powerful emotion based on what? Saturn is in Pisces in the spirit. In the spirit, guys. I mean, this is very kind of like a satisfying, but let's keep it up with this power right here. As you see, there is not much going on. You see some charts before up here in the channel. But the sun, the moon, that's the authority, intuition, true Lilith, the main Lilith. Then you have Mercury. All this, when they're coming in together, and the side note is the past up here, for that all comes in, and they're all coming in together. This is when you look at your past relationships, the economy comes in. Why did that work? Did you fight with the masculine energies? As you see at Mars, it's squaring Chiron. And then Chiron, it's pretty much squaring Pluto. Not really, but pretty much. And it's going to be kind of like this unhealed patterns inside of it that is going to be. Thinking about this in there, how to give you kind of like this interpretation of this energy here. But there is so much you can talk about it. But in the meantime, that is the authority that you want to put things in balance. Well, there is nothing balanced here right now. So what you need to balance? The relationship within you. Everything that you have within yourself about relationships, it is about within you. So you know that time when you're in the relationships and you sit down and thinking about within yourself, what I'm doing with this relationship. What is this? What's that? What's that? What is this? I don't understand. There is something different. And when you see this, the intuition is gonna be there. The true Lilith is that when you not bypassing anything and you're not lying to yourself. The mean Lilith is gonna come out and she's gonna be the mean one. why I have to do this right now? I can be getting a divorce and so on and so on. But that is it to brings out in the surface. You know what's happening with the light when it hits something, you can see it. Try to point light towards the light, you're not gonna see anything. But when the light hits an object, you're gonna be able to see it. It's the same way the sun hits the dark clouds and you can see them. They're dark, they're thick. But what about if you rise up above? You're gonna see how the sunshine is in the top of the clouds, this beautiful white energy, right? So if there is no light, there is no darkness, right? But without the energies up here, you're gonna be finding the truths. All that energies, they are connecting divinely through Saturn. You need to understand these energies in there, the divine wisdom about the feminine and masculine coming in together with under the spiritual emotions. Those who are working on themselves about these energies, they are going to be working. You're going to be finding something very beautiful when all those three it's coming up. This is going to be a time to sit down and time deep, deep. Okay, this is when a Venus is going to be shining the light into the clouds within yourself, so you don't clouding your own judgment about others. Okay, so with this energy that is going to come, the day is going to be very beautiful. I mean, nothing pretty much to stress out. But the next day, which is that's going to be the October the 3rd, the moon is going to be squaring Chiron and Pluto, the lack of transformations. See, when you find out your own BS in there, when you find this truth within yourself in there, what are you going to do? You don't like it. But you may find truth about others that you don't like it. But they are what? They are mirroring the truth, what is not true within you. And by understanding that you need to love the people as who they are, the way they are, that energy up here is going to be showing you, hey, use the wisdom, use these divine energies to figure things out. Everything can be healed, everything can be finding the exit. And the divine is really through Saturn. We talk about this Gandalf personality. We're talking about the priest. We're talking about the shaman. We are talking about the spiritual leader that comes in and give you that authorities in there. It's like, listen to God from within. But you find yourself in order to get the divine, to the God. And that's what Saturn is going to be sneaking in that energies, kind of like a very, very soft with the emotions between Venus and Mars. He's using the both masculine energies. This is like a cosmic marriages that in order the cosmic marriage to happen, you cannot carry the bad things from the previous relationships. So, with that being said, on the next day, which is gonna be the 4th, you see the moon is learning. You cannot lie to yourself. She sees the same energy as Venus saw it. That little moment when you see your future self, you see what you're going through it. You're in the shadow side of the Scorpio, but Scorpio, what it does, shows up the truth that it's covered. At the same time, Scorpio can cover the truth. It doesn't want to come out. It's all depend on what is your thinking process in there. The moon is gonna be squaring Pluto, still not liking it. This whole thing. It's like I don't like this. Yeah, nobody will like it. You would like to be the old way, but the old way doesn't work anymore. Some of you is going to be trying to go back into the old way after awakening. Wish you good luck. Pretty much the people who's been done that, they're not really in there. And you're going to see some of the people is going to be fade out around you. Some of the people is going to be move out and so on. But this energy of Mars, Venus, and Saturn is going to be incredibly strong. So the stronger ships will really not only survive, no, they know why they're doing this. There's going to be this traveler positions of power because it's coming from Saturn. So the emotions is going to be triggered. People do not want to, they want to go to the doctor. They want to go to someone to give them the sugar pill. It's like, okay, here is the sugar pill, drink this sugar, and you're going to be okay. Without being working out in your psyche, without working in your energies and understanding of the soul from within. And that is what is the problem. Because right now, you're learning there is no sugar pill. You have to heal on your own. You don't need doctor, you don't need shaman, you don't need. You need to fixing everything through the soul, go back into the beginning in there to reset. During this reset in there from within, you're going to be finding what is your true self. All right, here is, like it or not, your intuition is going to be joining the pack. Right? It's going to be joining Venus exactly 15 degrees at the Scorpio, exactly in the middle of the bottom of Scorpio, right? And with that energies that it's trining towards Mars and trining Saturn in there, the emotions is gonna come. Now the intuition tells you the secrets that Saturn had for you. He still has them for you. That is a this energy up there. It's gonna have it towards the sun and towards the mean Lilith. If you pay attention, Lilith was here at the front, the true Lilith, but she surpassed because the truth leads the pack, while the mean Lilith stays behind. She stays back, and the authority and Mercury goes in. Very beautiful, very powerful, divine communications there going to be. With this kind of like an aspects with Saturn, there's going to be a lot of good stuff for you. All right, October 6th. So this is going to be, happy birthday, Dio. For just guys to know about it. The moon is going to be pretty much exiting Scorpio. But with this Pluto and Neptune and oppositions with Uranus, it's going to be the angel wings. I said it before and I say it again and again. Don't fight the universe. You can't. It's kind of like a fighting the source from an outside. But when you're fighting the source and outside, you're fighting the source from within. So the only person you're going to be hurt is you. And hurting others, because hurt people, they hurting people, heal people, healing people. But within yourself in there, it is about gaining the wisdom of the transformations, is to get to this beautiful visions and to get that energies and your wings. You can fly with this. Okay, you can fly with that beautiful energy because you catch the energy of the previous day about feminine, masculine wisdom. All right, October 7th, the moon is going to be at Sag. Very good energies that's going to start triggering. We're talking about the South Node, Lilith, and the same time, though, the moon, it is a trining the North Node. Usually on these positions, things from the past, bring it in there. You're comparing it what you are right now with what it was in the past. Two things can happen in there. You can find the similarities and act the same way, or you can find the similarities, but they're not the same. What is not the same person? The previous relationship is not the current relationship, but it has a repeating patterns. And now the patterns, they're right there. They has not been learned, they're gonna be learned. Who's gonna be telling you what to learn? Saturn is gonna tell you, hey, you did not know that. You did not know that you should not compare the previous relationship with the current relationship because you're bringing the past to life. You are manifesting the past in the present. And that's what Saturn says like, here, see it to understand it, but don't do it. All right. And the next day, the energies is going to be all over the place, of course. The soup is going to be made in there, but the moon is sextiling everything. Is like, okay, so far I have this information. So far I got through this. So far I understand. So far I learned that we have to heal it to grow. In order to grow, we have to have the love because currently Venus, Chiron, and Jupiter, they have a yacht, powerful energies in there. Healing everything with love. Okay, as that the energy is gonna comes in there, there is gonna be a seeking help, outside reading, outside of comfort zone learnings. Okay, you can't be staying in the same environment and trying to learn something new. You're already exhausted. If your current environment helps you to grow, you're the happiest person in there in the world. Okay? But if you the environment that you're stuck with, particularly we're talking about within the old patterns, within the old life, they are gonna be telling you. It's like you're exhausted. You have to move up. You have to get in there. And some of those visions in there is gonna comes in because the moon, it is opposing Jupiter and squares Neptune. There is no more growth in there. As the moon has a divine energies with Mars, you're gonna get that guy on fire up. But if you get Mars so much on fire within this energy, what is a Mars is going to do? Well, Mars is squaring Chiron, and Mars it is squaring the Sun, Mercury, and the true Lilith. That is it. The moments when the truth when it comes out, and you're pointing out with others, maybe the others has issue and so on. Guess what? They're beginning to tripping. But you know what is the worst part is? That when you are vulnerable, when you're expressing yourself, and you're telling the truth about yourself to other people, and they back it up, and they abandon you, and they let you go. And guess what happens? After that, they're losing you because they want this vulnerability. They want these things in there, but they cannot do as you do. So they cannot be vulnerable towards you. And this is about putting and learning the cards on the table. You to go ahead and to be honest, truthful. Because if you continue as the old way, oh, I'm gonna be putting things on a side. Oh, I'm gonna be kind of like a, yeah, I'm gonna shrink a little bit just so we can be in the relationship. Yeah, I can be just silent when I need to talk. All kind of like all these scenarios inside of it. That little by little, they make you unhappy. Why? Because it wasn't true. You have to put the pretentious mask that you are okay, you are great, you are fine, and wearing that mask at home, at work, at life, with friends, but internally inside of you, you know what it's all about. The nothing of those was true. And now you understand it that by living into the truth, okay, as we're talking about the true Lilith right here, that is opposing Chiron, is the lie is what made you sick. The lie that in the past relationship wasn't. and you're finding not only things about the past relationships, you finding things within yourself about the past relationships. All right, as we're talking about this, pretty much that energy is gonna comes in. It's gonna be October 9th. The moon is gonna begin to square the pretty much everything. But you're gonna see it on the 10th. So, and the 10th, the moon is gonna be very much begin to square the south node, the past relationship. You probably were mean towards the person, or the person was mean towards you. You're gonna be looking at their authority, what kind of control you're trying to do it in there, but also to understand how they're controlling you. All those kind of like things is gonna come out. Like it or not, the next day they're gonna come out. But today you went through understanding this power of those knots. Okay, when the intuition doesn't really does its work, when you don't know what to think about it, when you hearing the fears, when you hearing the situations, when you're hearing the lower self, and guess what? If you continue to attract them with yourself, you're gonna be infused that energy. Okay, the whole point of the today's energy it is to see what you can do about it. So this cannot happen from within. All right, as we talking about the next day, for this is a things is gonna get a little bit hectic because right now you're like I'm doing the work. Authority, what are you doing? I see this, and you can be mean, you can be mindful about it because, you know, this is a very interesting because this is a cardinal situations is in there. The moon is in Capricorn. It is opposing Mars. It is squaring the sun. It is squaring Chiron and all the healing patterns that you had in the previous relationship. You may be doing it right now, just so you can realize them or they can come to you as an energy and you are like, oh, I ain't doing that crap. Oh, I don't need them anymore. Oh, I've been there. I saw what I did personally with myself. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. And here, what is happening with this energy is that the moon has divine energies with Jupiter. Jupiter is in divine energies with Venus, and the Venus is pointing that into Chiron. You healing yourself, that love. Then that healing self of love, it's gonna go back into Venus. It's gonna go back into Jupiter. It's gonna be bringing that growth. And now your intuition is gonna be very well healed. It's not gonna be acting on all those red intense energies because you understand what the intense energies is all about. So Mercury is gonna be at this yacht right there between Neptune and Uranus. Communications is gonna be coming to you like, don't do it, don't talk like this, don't act like before, don't get in it before. How many is gonna listen to that voice? You see, we're not talking about the intuition that it's coming from the lower self that keeps you in a fear. We're talking about different voice. The voice within the divine that comes in is like, hey, don't do it. I know it's under pressure. I know it's about this, but don't do it. How many can give power to that little voice? Well, that is your soul. You usually don't listen to that part. You don't even go there. You're acting on the base what they were told you to be and how to act and so on and so on. Be mindful because this can create a lot of work. If you create a damage during this, then a lot of work is going to be needed to heal those patterns in there. Okay, so don't act in those red patterns from within yourself. Even if you feel them, they will be a collective. Be mindful about a collective all this time. Okay, all right. 11th of October, transformations is needed. The moon is going to be joining Pluto intention is going to be going into Aquarius. With that energy, it's tapping up to the North Node, it's tapping into the visions, it's tapping into Uranus. All that powerful energy is going to come. But throughout the day, the moon was squaring all the time. Who? Mercury. I have to do this, but in order to do this, I have to go through this, through this, through this, through this, through this, and I don't. Why? You see, this is the new energy that it comes in. It's like, okay, I got so much going on. I got so many things to get it done. I gotta get through the work. I gotta go this, and that, and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. It's a new things for me. It's time to reinventing me. Me. Stop being the victim within myself to myself. That's all. You stop playing the role of a victim or a villain or a victor. That is old way. You start to live in the real world as a realistic person. And you don't have to play those games anymore. Because all those three archetypes, they're face mask. Okay? They're face mask, guys. All right. Talking about the next day, the moon is going to go into further with an Aquarius. Powerful energies with the mean Lilith. You're understanding the meaning parts, even though that she's mean, but she shows this energies of sometimes you have to be mean so people to get it, but sometimes you have to be mean to yourself so you can get it. Okay, and with Chiron is being there, it's going to be a lot of energies. As you see it down below, up here, Jupiter is sending these energies to Mercury and the true Lilith. You see, the true Lilith is like, go. Because Lilith was first designed to be the first wife of Adam. Okay? But she used that mean masculine energy. This is why when you female have so much masculine energies, what do? There is a fighting with the masculine energy. And there is no this mix of feminine and masculine energies. As a Venus, Saturn said it so. And currently, Venus and Mars, they're in a beautiful trine, but Venus is trining what? Neptune. She's in divine energies from Jupiter and Chiron. She is healing from being into the darkness. She's rising from the underworld. Okay. So this day is going to be a lot of improvement of how to find the new path, the new path of the new self from within you. All right. Put the wrong button. All right. 13. The moon is going to be exiting. It's going to be all day into Aquarius, but it's going to be exiting Aquarius at the end of the day. But she's going to be squaring. She's going to be squaring Venus, and Venus is opposing Uranus. This kind of like of energy at the end in there. When the things doesn't go as well as planned, what do? You're beginning to go, oh, I don't want this. I don't want this new self. I don't want this new love. I want to wish to go back in the way that things are, and you're trying to go back, knowing the truth. You can't go back because now you're understanding. You cannot lie to yourself anymore. So without energy up here, the moon, it's going to the Mercury, and from there, it's going into Neptune. You see these visions of within a part of your subconsciousness, because that's what Pisces is, the power of your own subconsciousness within you. All right, talking about the next day. Here is that trigger from the new moon, getting the divine energies received. Now you have to report to Saturn. What did you learn? What have you learned so far? Okay. And with that is going to be this Lilith in the past right in here. Okay. You're going to be talking about this. And since you're going to be talking about within this, you're going to be telling who? You're going to be telling Mars. Mars going to be telling Venus. Venus going to take that energy to the Neptune. And from Neptune, she's going to go into Uranus. That energy is going to be come back into Pluto, and from Pluto is going back into Venus. You're understanding the issues, but you're finding how to solve them because your intuitions already unpacked the download from the new moon. Okay, it's already done, but this is going to be kind of like a self-evaluations day. Okay. All right, next day. We're talking about 15th of October. That is going to be the moon. It's going to be at this particular spot between Pisces and Aries. And with this energy in there, when you fix the things of subconsciousness, you have this new power, this new reborn energies coming to you. You are fixing at everything. The good part of this is that this Venus and Mars trines together with the sextiling Pluto, that is a beautiful kite made it up. You see, the masculine who is healing himself and continues to do so, they know how to fly. You're going to be flying. You're going to be getting into these transformations. You're finally getting the transformations that the situations happened in the family, which is Mars right now. It is because the personality had the face mask, which is in Aries. That reflected that situations within your relationship with others. And all that energy is requiring the transformations. And you understand, you want to be truthful to other people as they're truthful to you. And when you find the truth within there, and what is not untrue, it is about to heal it. The two people working together to heal within the truth was the purpose of that. Okay, that is the reason within yourself. And you're going to feel it in the collective. A lot of people's going to come in and they're going to be talking about this. Relationship fix up. Oh, you're going to hear it. Oh, you're going to. All right, talking about the 16th of October there, that is going to be these divine talks, as I'm saying. Okay, those talks, if you're talking with yourself and you're talking with Mercury and so on, the question is what are you going to tell? Oh, this person didn't change, that things did not change, or you're going to be giving these messages of change, of growth. You see, right now it's you. Because the moon is sextiling Jupiter. Powerful energy because Jupiter, it is sextiling the sun. Very, very powerful moments with that. And when the moon is gonna be full, I have to shift it a little bit because it's she's kind of like ahead for. This is what you need to pay attention. That is on the 17th at 3 o'clock. That kind of like oppositions and a squaring that it's going to come here together with the midheaven at Venus, it is about what are you gonna be really start to perform. As you see it, the blue lines of Pluto, those who hasn't changed, those who have a respond, as the moon is down here below, with the divine energies with Venus, those divine energies from the north node towards Mercury, the divine energies from Neptune towards the Sun, and Uranus towards the Sun. It is the universe is gonna take over. You go against it, all this work that you did, you basically put it into the trash. And you're gonna deal with that energy. Sooner or later, you deal it. Retrieve it maybe from the trash can. You have to dive it into the dumpster. And you're like, you know what? I should have not done this. But some of you is gonna do it. Some of you is gonna push these big red buttons in there within subconsciousness itself. All right. That's pretty much it. It's gonna be the full moon. I mean, I can go up to the minutes in there. But as you see it, all those divine energies, together with the North Node, Neptune, Uranus, and I mean, pretty much everyone is in divine aspects as the planets except Jupiter and Neptune in there. This is gonna be moment of that authority within yourself to put these divine powers. They're gonna be great for you. You're authorizing, and you're gonna be really, 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 I mean, really gonna be infused within the divine. If you're still mad, you're only going to do is hurting yourself. And is it the moon? It is very close with Chiron down in the bottom. That energy is going to be going into Jupiter, and from the Jupiter is going to be tapping into authority. Okay, we're talking about before you become a leader, and that's one of the sides of Aries is they want to be a leader right away without learning to be a proper follower, particularly within the divine. And they're carrying a pain that others doesn't want to listen to them. Well, they don't want to listen to him if you have immature situations. And again, that lack of growth, lack of the truth that it's there for it, just so it can be ruling for, is gonna come in as a trigger. But that is gonna be the continuously trigger about from the full moon into the new moon. That's gonna be Scorpio. And this is gonna be more diving into the depth. But as I stated in the earlier reports, in the daily reports, Venus is the one leading the pack. Venus. And you're going to find it out in March. I spoke about that too. In March and April, what is going to be. Because this is just a learning process, guys. It's just a learning process. All right. So that's all I have for you guys. I would love your comments and so on. If you guys need some help, just right here, the email above. Thank you guys. Be love, and I will see you next time.